Hello all, and welcome to this lesson on our camp story writing project. I'm going to walk you through all of the directions for the camp story. This will probably take us 2 to 3 days to get through, but I want to make sure that you understand all the steps before we get started. The first thing we're going to talk about are the graphic organizers to help you to organize your thoughts on this story for your camp story. I've prepared a couple of graphic organizers for you. One is called the Devil's Teacup Hike, where you can organize your thoughts on what you felt when you took the hike up and down the Devil's Teacup. And you can actually write right on this sheet if you'd like to. A second graphic organizer I've arranged for you is called the Dining Table at Camp. Sometimes dining at camp is a lot different than at home, and you can talk about that. You can talk about the people that were at your camp table. And if you want to just come up with a graphic organizer of your own idea, you're absolutely welcome to do that also. I'm going to have you turn in your graphic organizer next time, and I also would like you to put together a rough draft of your writing on your camp experience. Once you have your rough draft completed, I'm going to ask you to use 3 strategies for editing your camp story. The first one is peer editing. Get together with someone in the class, and I especially want you to focus on the unforgivables to make sure that those are no longer present in your writing. I'd also like you to learn to use spell check before you go to your final draft. And I would like you to record your story as a script so that you can hear the omissions you've made and some of the grammatical errors that you've made. To begin your writing, you'll need to go to Google Apps. Remember, that's at www.gapsPPS.dewitschools.net. Sign in under Documents. Using your regular password for all the other Infinite Campus and our network, etc. Sign in the same way. Once you're in the documents, go up to the Create and pull down the menu and click on Documents. This will give you a brand new, fresh place to write. Use your edited rough draft that you've already looked for as far as unforgivables, and you can begin to type. Once you get going on your final draft, I want you to make sure and use spell check. It's very easy. Whenever you see anything that's underlined in red, you need to think about whether or not you need to edit that. For instance, U. If I right-click on the U, it will give me some other suggestions. Clearly that's misspelled, so I'm going to change that one. How about Tim? Did I mean Tim? Tim at school or time at school? I meant time. Friendly. This will give me the right spelling for friendly. And cravata. Cravata is a name which is oftentimes not in the dictionary. So this one isn't going to be changed, but you need to at least think about the fact that it could be misspelled. The last strategy that you're going to use is to turn your rough draft into an Audacity file. You're actually going to read it aloud and use it as a script. When you do this, you should hear if you've omitted words or if you've used bad grammar, and that way you can use that opportunity to just scratch it off on your rough draft and make the corrections. What you'll end up with is a nice file of your camp experience, which we will turn into a podcast and load onto our Moodle site. To make the recording, you'll want to go to Audacity. It's in the Start file. And once it's opened, it's fairly easy. All you have to do is hit the record button up here, the red button. That will begin the recording. See how it's recording my voice? I can pause it if I want to take a breath and think about what I'm going to say next. Continue. Oops, sorry. Continue by hitting the pause button again, and then when I'm done I can hit the stop button. You can save this file you can save this file to the desktop, and then I'd like you to email it to me and I'll turn it into a podcast and load it onto our Moodle site. When you're composing your story, make sure, this is very important, that you go up here where the title of your story is. Mine says Showing Spell Check. You're going to click on that, and remember that you're going to use your last name, first initial, your hour that you have English, and what the actual project is, in this case, Camp Story. That's what you're going to name it. And when you feel like you're entirely finished with it, you're going to move up to the right hand corner where it says Share, and you're going to share this with me by typing in my name. I'll come up at the bottom, and then you just click on it and share it with me. Remember to don't click the notify people via email, otherwise I get 132 emails that I don't need. Just share it with me, I'll go looking for it. Thanks. When I get your shared file, I can go ahead and correct it right here in Google Apps. If I find something that needs to be changed, for instance, here's an unforgivable right here. We don't use the R in a composition, we use the word ARE, so I can highlight that and insert a comment to you, and I'll just say, this is an unforgivable. You shouldn't still be doing that. There's also, whoops, there's also an unforgivable here. It's the misuse of the word there. So I can insert another comment. Unforgivable. And then you can see what I've caught as far as some of your mistakes. You may also respond to that by clicking on my comment, and then you can reply to me. You know, I fixed it, or thanks for the suggestion, or whatever it happens to be. So that's the process for this writing project. We'll be talking about each step as we go along, but I just wanted you to be able to see the big picture before we get going. Thanks.